the one he went up against the current president, Joe Biden. There were pastors on major television networks who said the president is going to return for a second time. I see it. Eventually, Joe Biden won. That didn't sit down well with a lot of Americans. And the same thing can be said of us here in Nigeria. Some pastors predicted that Peter Obi will win. Others predicted Kwankwaso will win. Some said Tinubu will win. During Jonathan's period, Jonathan will not see the seat again. Jonathan won the first election. Jonathan will not get back into power. He eventually didn't get back. Some people predicted he was going to return. It didn't happen. I can go on and on with these prophecies. But our focus this morning, ladies and gentlemen, please listen very attentively, is this. For the first time in a long time, I and my immediate friends, we did not get a 25-line or 25-paragraph forwarded message about what one Daddy Gio said or what other person said. I did not say it did not happen. It did happen, because obviously this year some prophecies have come to light. People have already started making prophecies. I'm not in the business of making names or trying to put anybody on the spotlight, but they've started to come. But like I said, myself and a few of my immediate friends, we did not get. Because usually we get those forwarded messages. Daddy said that our pastor said this will happen. We should be careful of the night. We should be careful about mosquitoes. We didn't get any of those. And it got me thinking, following some of the very obviously failed prophecies from 2023 and obviously prophecies of 2024, my question is this. Do you think Nigerians are still holding on to the New Year prophecies? Do you think, just like the way Americans woke up and like, man, this guy, let's say he had no correct. That guy who said Trump will win and Trump lost. Or that person that said, oh, that's true. There was one person who was vocal and said, Hillary Rodham Clinton is going to be the president. The Lord, it's amazing how the Lord tells a lot of things to a lot of people at the same time. But this year, not a lot of those things came through. I mean, not a lot of people were pushing them. I don't see them on my status, people who are announcing prophecies. And it's got me thinking. There were failed prophecies from last year. I will mention some. But now, 2025, New Year, I know some of you have already started your fast. Do you think, ladies and gentlemen, that many Nigerians still hold onto those New Year prophecies? New Year, new me. A lot of times it's just New Year, same old stories.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
Hello, Bonhart. With Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you'll find us on Facebook and on X, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you'll find us on Facebook and on X. WhatsApp is 08090306416, 08090306416. Are you still holding on to prophecies of the new year? Is this still a thing? I know for a fact that A lot of worship centers, not just churches now, the other worship centers that people go to. I know a lot of people have visited their spiritual counselors and their spiritual guides, and they have been told certain things will happen. Prophecies have been made. Some may come to pass, some may just be conjecture, some may just be, rationalizing and maybe reading the tea. I don't know what it is. But let me make reference to the Bible. The same Bible that says, don't you know that when you look into the sky, you can tell when it's going to rain? I'm paraphrasing now. Maybe that's how some of these prophecies are. They can see the signs of, maybe economic, downpour or downfall here and there. Or they can see the signs of some skirmish. And they now tell you this is what is going to happen. Does that mean that's a prophecy? 92.3. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning to you.
Hi, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome, please.
Thank you. This is Muriel.
Welcome, Muriel.
Well, Jude, I think the average black man, has been so bastardized and was handled by religion. Our religious leaders have really handled us lately. And was it last week or other week? You said, I don't know if it was you, that said you've been going through some streets and you're not seeing that huge banners that they usually.
Oh, yes, I said that, yeah. But I'm not, I wasn't seeing them.
Yes, Jude. And if you go to some churches, there's something they normally do. They'll give you a slip and you write out all the things you don't want again that happen, that you don't want again in your life. In 2024 slip, I burn it. Then you burn it. Then you now write out the things.
Oh, wow.
That religious, let me borrow the word of some persons, buraha. They are not important. You see, even when Trump was confessing, there was a conversation we had that I said, look, Trump was speaking, he's just saying the things that feel so good that the Native Americans, all those these chronic Americans, what they like. And the other thing that I'm looking at it that it may come out positive for him. I'm not a prophet, Jude. And some of these people, when they come out in the guise of prophets and prophecy and they say these things, for me, I just think it's just their personal feelings. Well, they are just guessing as much as, even when people go to churches and there are so many wrong to their churches, they just do guesswork. All this is a guesswork. God doesn't really speak to anybody again. Honestly, He doesn't. He speaks to you on behalf of anybody. God doesn't speak to you most times. That's what I believe. Because I believe that there's what you will do. There's a way you live your life. God will speak to you directly. We are all children of God, so nobody should depend on prophecy. No prophecy. You see that even the whites, you see that their prophecies are failing. They are the people that brought Christianity to us, and their prophecies are failing as well. So we don't think that everybody is just guessing. We the blacks, even the whites, everybody just guesswork. So in God, maybe God is saying this. When you're guessing something comes to your mind, you think it's God that is speaking to you. Well, it's all religion and mistakes people make in the name of religion.
I think it's all mistakes people make in the name of religion. WhatsApp now 009-030-6416 009-030-6416. Jude, I laugh in different languages. The truth is, many of these prophecies are there to guide people. The reason why some of them don't come to pass is maybe because some people actually take advice of the prophet and avoid the calamity. However, we should be very careful with who we listen to. But yes, I don't think Nigerians are as hung up on prophecies like they were a few years ago. This past 2 years has shown people shaggy. Felix, with that comment. He said this past few years has shown Nigerians shaggy. So maybe that's why they're not bothered about whoever is prophesying, whatever they are prophesying these days. It's a possibility, Felix. It's a possibility. Anonymous here says, there was a time when it really used to bother me that some people still follow false prophets and fake pastors. I went on an assignment to one of such places to gather information on someone who's been under investigation for years, and I was heartbroken to see the teeming numbers of desperate, gullible people there. I know for a fact that the guy is a liar, a fraud, and an abuser. It really made me angry for a long time, till I realized that many of these people were actually punished. They are having false hope, buying into lies and fake prophecies, being financially and sexually taken advantage of. Is the punishment of them aligning with fraudsters? It's anonymous. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. We're going on a break. When we come back, once again, we'll ask this question, but I'm also curious. Send me messages of the prophecies you have read or heard about, maybe from your own Daddy Gio.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this.
Alaye, see as you fine, but your pocket tight. No worry, I get this we go make your day bright. Your 100K.
Or two calls on the subject matter. It's all about prophecies. Why does this place feel? It feels a little chilly all of a sudden. Is it raining outside? Oh, it rained a few days ago. Was it 2 days ago? Yeah. Okay, let me just regulate this. All right, so I don't feel too off. Okay, all right. So back to you now. 08179230002, 08179230003. The question still remains, do you think Nigerians still hold on to New Year prophecies? Do people, this particular year, right, as we got from the end of last year into this year, did you sense, right, the expectation, the anticipation of these prophecies coming from the varying seers and prophets and men of God, whether they were Christian, whether they were Muslim clerics. Or did you get that sense at all as you were crossing over into? Why do we keep using that word? Anyway, as we're getting into the new year, that's the question. Because, like I said, a lot of prophecies did not come through last year, and this year, like I said, I haven't been getting the further messages of my daddy. Gio said, this is going to happen. Beware of this. Beware of cucumber. Beware of this. There will be an attack on bole businesses, or plantain will be. I didn't get any of those. Didn't. 92.3. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Yeah, Mr. Zion from Port Harcourt.
Good morning.
Well, I used to be one of these guys that will always want to hear these that the GOs and their prophecy from 12 o'clock midnight of the new year, few days after that. But not after a proper scrutiny, I found out that most of them are just lazy predictions, observations, and they try to put one and two together. But let's be honest to ourselves. Now, I'm not saying if we believe, because a lot of us still believe on our daddy Geos. Personalize it now, me, Mr. Zion, brother. Now, only few men of God I listen to. And when they give you the prophecy, it comes to pass. Just few. Less than 5 in Nigeria. Less than that. And they have never failed. I will not mention their names, so please go and do find out about these guys. I know about these guys. They are not even too noticed.
Okay.
They are not just noticed. But they give the prophecy, my brother, wash it out. It comes to pass. But the one I don't associate with at all is this one they used to do like a hook on the neck of their followers that they call your year of prosperity. The title they hear, your year of
your divine breakthrough.
Your
Yes, your year of divine empowerment, encampment. It's a lot of...
These are professors that are sitting under the auspices of these guys who don't even ask questions. A man will come and title is your year of liberty, and they print a sticker for you. You put it on your doorpost, put it on your car. It's your year of this. Can you see how they are brainwatch people? Even people you respected in the society that should be more enlightened are falling prey to it. You made mention of Michael Nostradamus. I'm a scholar of that work, of his works. In fact, could you imagine that for these centuries, not one can able to beat the works of Michael Nostradamus? Rather, everybody is still in the queue. What about today Christianity? Look at our Uncle Daniel. He gave prophecies for 2,000 years to come. How many Christians, how many pastors of today can meet that cut-off line from our Uncle Daniel? Look at it. The people are people who encounter Jesus. Today, how many of them encounter Jesus? Most of them, because they are working, they sack them because of their laziness. Oh, God has called me to become a pastor. They are doing business. They are so lazy to get customers. Hey, God has called me to become a pastor.
Customers.
And so unfortunately, people sit under this kind of people that these are their pastors. My brother, I don't focus on those kind of lies.
Okay.
Gimmick they tell to steal from people. I focus on the word of God. What does the word of God say?
All right. Thank you very much. Now let's get to the headline news.
Headline news.
do that, once again, I'd like to reiterate the rules of engagement we have here on 92.3 Nigeriainfo. Please, on the show, we encourage you to please turn down the volume of your radio set. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. If you didn't see or hear, please make no mention of it. And very importantly, please keep your conversations civil.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. These are the numbers. Please call. Use those numbers to call, rather. There's a call screener. Say hi, hello. Don't flirt, please. No flirting. Just hi, hello. My name is. Let's get to have you on the conversation. All right, good. And then for WhatsApp, please use the number 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. All right. Now let me go to WhatsApp, all right, and read some of these comments. Jude, good morning. All right, my opinion, I would say that these pastors and spiritual people make these prophecies for reasons solely beneficial to them. Some is for popularity, others is for money and worldly gain. I'm just happy that Nigerians are wise to the metrics. So Daniels. Nigerians are wise to the metrics. So a lot of Nigerians are not paying attention, apparently. Interesting. Good morning, Mr. Jude. When we talk of prophecies, everything depends on the source with which the prophecies are coming from. Any tap that is running clean water is quite different from that of the dirty water. Yes, I still believe in prophecies from genuine prophets. I am not disputing the fact that there are fake prophets around us. But please, what works for me might not work for you. Evangelist Emmanuel Felix from Arabia. Well said. Well said. What works for one person may not work for the other. So the question is, whom is it that you are paying attention to? 93 Nigeriainfo. Good morning, please. Oh dear. That's a drop call scenario. Apologies. All right. Here comes. All right. They have messed themselves up, and now they are tired of their fake predictions, tagged prophecies, because they prefer to hurriedly speak when God hasn't spoken to them. Their prophecies ended with the return of Donald Trump to the White House. I remember vividly that a particular Nigerian pastor, right, predicted that Kamala Harris will win the American presidency ahead of Trump. But eventually, the reverse became the case, and to save his face, he went ahead to say that Trump will be impeached and that Harris will take over. We are still waiting to see how that happens for Harris to take over. In fact, the problem is that these people always want to be heard either by hook or by crook. Ike from Owerri. Daniel is on the line from Imo State, and we have Nathaniel also standing by from Bonny Island. Daniel, the microphone is yours. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother Jude.
Good morning.
Not Imo Gate.
Imo Gate. Oh, okay.
Imo Gate of Zako, yes.
Good morning.
My brother, I think most of them do these things for relevance, for them to be relevant, for people to, oh yes, that's a man of God. Like in the society in which we come from, many of us will say, I don't go to church where they don't prophesy. And we use in our own local church where they see. But Jude, let's look at this now. If I am such prophet, and I will say, you see this year 2025, five persons will buy cars in Port Harcourt. How do you look at it? Whereby in my little community here, whereby I know even
I'm not saying there are no genuine prophets, but the real question is: do you think Nigerians are still paying attention to prophecies for the new year?
Because of what we have experienced in the past, we no longer take them serious.
Daniel says we no longer take them serious. Nathaniel is on the line. Korea is in Greater, but Nathaniel, the mic is yours.
Yes, thank you very much.
Good morning, please.
We know that the Bible actually explains that God does not lie. I don't know if I'm making a mistake. That everything that God talks comes to reality. Is it not? God is a perfect God, and He does not lie. And from my little knowledge of the Bible, from the ancient times of the Bible, the prophets of old actually prophesy, and it does come to pass. They don't even make mistakes, because they actually prophesy from God directly. But these days, these ones that prophesy and it does not come to pass, how do you view them? And how do we look at them? Because from all indications, it's very clear that it doesn't come from God. Because God does not tell lies. You prophesy that somebody will win, and at the end of the day, he doesn't win. What does it show? It shows that you are not prophesying from God. But these ones claim to be prophesying from God, and most people believe them. And the funniest part of it is that this same person will still prophesy the next time, and people will still follow them up. They will not even call them to a question. If they said last time, and it didn't come to pass, you are still prophesying again. Nobody called them to question. The people go ahead and believe them.
But this year, January 1st, do you think from your own friends, like I said, from my own friends, do you get that sense that a lot of Nigerians were eagerly waiting for these New Year prophecies?
Of course. That's exactly what I'm talking about. People are eagerly waiting for more prophecies.
More prophecies.
And they want to believe them. It's only until when they don't see that people get disappointed.
Okay. Korea from Igruta. Korea, are you waiting for 2025 prophecy? Hello?
Good morning, Mr. Drew.
Good morning, Korea. Are you waiting for...
You.
Yes. Are you waiting for this year's prophecies?
I'm with you here. Yes, I'm conversing with you what you are talking about, please.
Hello?
Yeah. I'm hearing you. I'm so confident on what you are saying, please.
Okay, so go on. Make a contribution, please.
Yeah, very shortly. Jude, I shifted this blame on education. When I shifted on education, I will tell you an example. It is not every Nigerian armed man he want to go to army or want to go to police. But because of the economic of the Nigerians, as I want to join police, I want to join army. That's what is happening in the religion now. In the Christian side, today, as I'm talking to you, yes, I have a friend where after he had looked for a job, after 8 years of university, there no work. He said, no, I'm going to for Methodist Church. To make it about, let me go and be a pastor. I want to be a pastor. Now, you want to be a pastor, you are not for pastor's shop. You are not doing anything as a pastor. One day, in one room, you have to say, God have called you. In 2 rooms, say, God have called you. And we are watching. Because of their not body who is monitoring these people. Overnight, they become, God have called me. And that is why, at the end of the day, look at it that before James have established his own for 20 years, you were just one day. You want to be like James. And for that, you put lies. You go to all sorts of things to go and do lies to put for your mouth. Let me take you an example. Do you see anything of a hanky? Or when you feel hanky, people are falling? That hanky have stopped that now. Now
okay, that's true.
We are going to see many things.
That's true.
If you are a layman in the world of God, you will fall victim. Many people are in prison of these people. They are just bringing many Nigerian people for them to have specific interest. But you who are very close to God, you will see their eye and you know what they are. Thank you very much. That is my take-up.
All right, Corey, thank you very much. The last comment he made, the last few sentences, I think it makes a lot of sense. There was a time in this country that handkerchief throwing or handkerchief miracles were very popular. All of a sudden, that's true. I haven't seen, please, even though you have seen any miracle or any man of God now who's still using handkerchief. You know, those days it was a thing. The man of God will bring out the handkerchief, usually white, preferably white, and then throw it, and then some people will fall, and then take this handkerchief to cleaning your house. What's going on? I don't see those. Have I seen any? I thought no. I haven't though. I'm wait. Throughout last year, I don't think I saw any handkerchief, style miracles. It used to be a big thing in the late 90s, early 2000s, right? But now, what do I know? Asetil Koe for my 3 says, Sir Jude, most people have found out that all of those things are just money-making ventures to merchandise their stickers and flyers. They are more predictions based on mathematical probabilities. Jude, the suffering in the land is enough to counter these pronouncements and correct the brains of their captured souls. Sooner or later in this life, the same people that are defending them today will start calling them for accountability. All praise, really, to some of these pastors, to Damina, Dr. Damina, and people's religious FBI of our time. Really, let them say PIM. Able are able to attack them. Really, there's a thing like that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. 92.3. Good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Good morning.
Good morning, please.
It's unfortunate. The battle against the kingdom of God is getting intense by the day.
Really?
That is the truth. That even the Bible said it beforehand. That the next days, iniquity will abound, and the love of many will wax cold. Okay? Now, this battle against the kingdom of God does not mean that God is still God, whatever it is. God still speaks to people. There are still prophets, who hear from God. But when I bring in the battle, it means that a lot of things are there is now that a lot of people are being raised as weapons against this kingdom of God that we are talking about. You understand? I believe in prophecies, and I know that prophecies do come to pass. It depends, sometimes it depends on how you take it and how you run with it. I have experienced the fulfillment of prophecy, Jude. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. God spoke to somebody in the Bible, so God said somebody to prepare his house, that he was going to die. By the time the man came out, before he could go, this man talked to God and God changed his mind. God spoke to Jonah, to go to Nineveh. So God said that in 2 days he was going to destroy the city. At the end of the day, the people spoke to God, and God never consulted Jonah. God told the people that he had forgiven them. Jonah got angry. You understand? So prophecy fulfillment sometimes depends on you. So because of the things that are happening now, whatever is against the kingdom of God is making people look down, talk down on Christianity, on God. Like this program is raised now. You can hear the comment. That's the kind of things people want to hear and they want to comment on. For me, prophecies do come to pass, depending on how you go about it.
I'm very sure that a lot of people agree with you. But the question we're asking this morning, sir, is this year, do you think a lot of Nigerians were waiting on prophecies about 2025, or they just decided that they will do what they need to do?
I think that's the last part of your...
Do you think, the question is, do you think this year Nigerians, or many Nigerians, were waiting for prophecies for the year like they used to do before, or they just said their prayers and they are just moving on their own?
Sure, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? This year it is less. That is not to say that there are no prophecies. Okay? Because of, I just told you about the battle against these things. People, the love of many are waxing cold. People are beginning to disbelieve. One, because of people, there are people that are standing on their guard spiritually. But just listening to this program now, the kind of comment that comes from people who think they know too much about spirituality. Why is the research they don't know that? They don't need that spirituality is different from the normal life you live. And it takes, what about the how to understand spirituality. Okay? God still speaks to his people. Yes, people may not have taken the same because a lot of things are happening, quite sure. A lot of things are happening. I agree with that. But that is not to say that
Thank you very much. Very appreciative of your comment. All right. Yes. Many Nigerians are still, this is on WhatsApp, by the way. WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. Yes, many Nigerians are still gullible when it comes to the utterances of so-called pastors, which they call prophecies. If they weren't, there wouldn't be so many people on that platform that starts at 7 a.m. every day. I'm not mentioning name, but people know. When I stopped taking these people seriously was in 2017. A lie about my husband and I went viral. To be fair, we planted the lie, and I was truly shocked that they didn't know it was a lie. These folks basically went to town saying that God, told them specific things happened because he was upset with my other half and I. As in, they weren't afraid to make up stuff and claim God said. It was just two women that said different. One called saying her husband said God told him as soon as he heard the news that it was a lie. The second sent me a message saying that she was so hurt by the news that she asked God why the event they heard about happened, and he said it didn't. The rest, I just quietly blocked them when I saw their comments, because part of the reason that lie was planted was to identify people who were not supposed to be around me or my other half. Melody Uniport says, all these prophecies now wash. Imagine where a pastor who is using security escorts gives you a sticker of divine security. Why is he using security if the sticker is real? People are getting orientation gradually. Their popularity is diminishing. Melody in Port Harcourt says, Jude, I predicted correctly Donald Trump first and second coming. I see myself more than a man of God than those people out there prophesying fake. Darlington for Mokrika. Darlington, who will win the Premier League? Please, can you prophesy for us, please? Let me wrap up. Darlington, please, can you tell us? Can you, maybe meditate? Take your time. You don't have to reply me right now, Darlington. All right, you don't have to reply me right now, but I'm very sure millions of listeners on Nigeriainfo would like to know what team would win the 2024-2025 English Premier League title. I'm very curious. My money right now is on Nottingham Forest. That's my money is on Nottingham Forest. Everybody looking at Liverpool. They've been there, done that. So when they fall, it should be like a shock. I'm saying this because nobody saw Leicester City winning a few years ago, but Leicester City won. So, please tell me not who you think. Tell me who will win. Prophesy, please. Right on. 9.3 final caller.
Yes, good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Charles, calling from one.
Welcome, Charles. Very quickly, please.
Yeah, Jude. The Bible says, to those that believe, God has made us sons and daughters.
Okay.
Each and every Christian have the right and access to God. But our problem is laziness to search the word. That is why we are going. Somebody is telling us that we can stand in the gap. No man can stand in between the gap apart from Christ. No man can stand between you and God except Christ. These are the things that we are using here. Most of our general overseers, what they teach us here, they cannot go to abroad and do it.
So do you think this year people were really waiting for 2025 prophecies? Are you waiting?
Dude, I didn't even listen to my general overseer about
their prophecies. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Charles. Well, we wrap up this morning. The prophecies have started coming on WhatsApp about who's going to win the title. I won't say it so that nobody will come and accuse Nigeriainfo of prophesying wrongly.
The show continues after this break on Nigeriainfo.
Hey, BC, let's go season be this again. The way prices for market only.